Yo, what's going on, guys? Andy's Crypto Talk. I'm here on a special episode. I had to tune in right away because we got some crazy things happening in the market. Let me just get some lo-fi on real quick, and we will talk about the situation of what's happening right now with the Trump pump. This is crazy. So we have confirmation from the likes of Mario Naufal and many other big influencers on X, saying that this is a legit coin. This is a legit whatever you want to call it. This is crazy, guys. So, I mean, this thing is on a tear. It did launch. We can see here the Meteora pool launched around 180 mil market cap, and it's gone up to over 9 billion in the first few hours. So, not financial advice. Definitely, if you choose to invest into this thing, don't invest more than you're willing to lose, because things can be super hectic, and this can get extremely volatile in both directions. So 5,000% though, it's gone up in what looks like 3 hours. So this is a pretty insane run that it's on. This could go crazy though, because it's being told that it is official, and there's been so many Trump coins. I'm sure they're all rotating into this one. We even seen some of the big AI tokens, meme coins, all of these different things. There are certain ones that they have some paper hands, and the paper hands are selling. So I think this is one of those volatility events across the board. I remember this happening in 2021 with the likes of things like Squid Game, and what they had happen with Squid Game was like an actual rug. This one's not a rug, but the amount, I think it went to a couple billion within a few days, like tops, maybe a few hours, and then rugged. Whereas this one, it's taken 3 hours to get to 9 billion. It did launch at a much higher sort of evaluation, and I think that's why it's continued to just continue trending up. So I think its liquidity was probably pretty high, so people were able to buy like large bags. But either way, guys, yeah, we're talking about the Trump coin right here. This thing is legit. It's official. But again, if you put money into this, don't put more than you're willing to lose. And right now, we're getting a discount on a lot of other tokens across the board. At some point, this thing will go up and it'll correct back down. So, at that point, you don't really want to be too deep into it. So, I would definitely be looking at more long-term plays. Obviously, I've been talking a lot about Citadail recently. I really appreciate that community and what they've been doing there to make a substantial long-term project. And it's in a really good dip. This just happened to suck liquidity out and take, again, there's paper-handed people in all of these types of coins, right? So let's take a look at Citadail. Actually, we're on the 1 minute. So we'll just look at it quickly on kind of the higher time frame. So yeah, I mean, we made a second dip back down on the 1 hour, or on the daily. It looks like it closed lower, but it actually didn't. So 12.2 mil was kind of this previous low that we had here on Citadail. And this time we didn't actually make it that low. So it's going to look like a really nice double bottom on the 4 hourly now, and create this big sort of W structure that, again, like I talked about, that's kind of what we want to look for a move up. Like we were seeing this W structure starting to form here, and it looked like it could have done, a good move up. I think I was in the chat earlier and they were talking about a single seller that was selling a lot of tokens in this period here. And then we had, Trump launches coin right here. And that took us down that last little bit. But obviously we can see there's a lot of buyers stepping in. Limit orders set, all that sort of stuff. So it's pulling price right back up into this sort of box range that we have drawn out. Right, we had this drawn out between 15 mil and 22 mil. So back into this kind of range, and then I think we continue on up. It could just kind of soar up from there. But yeah, I think so with this like Trump pump that we're having, this is going to bring a lot of attention to the cryptocurrency markets, right? This is not something that happens every day, and I don't think this is going to set records. I don't think I know of anything that launched at that low of an evaluation and made it this far in one day. Sort of unprecedented type of behavior here from this official Trump coin, which I think if we go and look, obviously I posted some Citadail bull post on this, but we can see on the official 100 million follower Donald Trump, gettrumpmemes.com, money sign Trump, and there's the CA. And he says, my new official meme is here. Time to celebrate everything we stand for. Winning. Join my very special Trump community. Get your Trump now. Go to gettrumpmemes.com. And you go to the website, and like at first it's like, this kind of looks like a grifty, like look at his face, you know what I mean? Like it looks a little grifty. It looks like, one of those cheaply slapped together sort of see card allocation. Creators and CIC Digital. See, like, I don't know what this means. 200 million Trump on day one, grow to 1 billion over 3 years. Each group's allocation. Fight for President Trump. Leaders made out of his strength, courage, ignited a movement. Okay. You can get your piece of history. This Trump meme celebrates a leader who doesn't back down no matter the odds. Join Trump community. It doesn't, like, it says something about cards, but, like, it doesn't explain much. Oh, the Trump cards are the coins. I mean, it's like CIC Digital LLC. They're going to get a lot of tokens, dude. They're going to get a lot of tokens out of this. It's a big business play. I don't know. I don't know how crazy it really goes. All I know is, like, a lot of tokens, the liquidity got, like, suddenly slurped because they were maybe a smaller liquidity. And there was a few apes in there that were like, I ain't missing this. I'm grabbing some of this Trump meme. And so, yeah, like, we saw that happen on Citadel, right? Because, like, let me look at this on an hourly. Yeah, right there. So, like, right when the Trump meme launched, there was like 1 million plus in volume. It's pretty close to 50-50. That's usually what we see on tokens like this. So probably about 500K in sells very quickly after. And then we had, more buys than sells on this side. So it's pushed back up very quickly. Again, this shows like there's big demand here. So this is a deviation. And this should really, like, we should see this probably send pretty hard after this, just because this was like ripping a band-aid, right? Same with this. Like, I don't think this, like this part, let's see, it was just this last part, but that's like 12% or so. This last little part on Citadail HF. You know, I think this one is gonna recover really big now after this point. And this is kind of like, if you think about it, while this is going up like this is going to attract so many people into Solana, and we saw that with Solana. Let's pull up that really quick, because I do have the charts here. I know I'm just kind of rambling tonight because it's like it's late here. I just wanted to do a quick Trump pump sort of stream. Oh, why did I do that? Oops. Let's go back to the stream charty. So yeah, BTC. BTC made a big rip up to the top side here, and I think, you know, we're just seeing a little bit of a correction now, but it's kind of going to be like this in my view. It's not going to be very long lived, and it's going to continue on up, especially now that we see the crime season has begun. Crime season is definitely like, it's wide open at this point. Let's see here. But one thing I was just talking about is Solana, right? So, like, look at this. Look at this Sol ETH God candle, which tells us that Solana is going to be a major player. You know, even XRP is like, it's actually down right now, where Solana's breaking up through. Like I said, a bit of a catch-up play possible, and we're seeing that happen, right? Sol BTC not as strong as Sol ETH, of course, but Sol dominance seen breaking out above this previous high here, creating this nice W, and then we're going to make our way up to this upside, and I think this time we break out through, right? Usually the third touch point, 1, 2, and this will be the third, and we'll see it just shoot through there. So those are the things that I'm looking for on the majors, at least. And then USD T.D, I really want to see this break down here. If this breaks down here, we're really happy. It could do one more drive up to sort of do this before it, you know, head and shoulders. So that would be like shoulder, head, shoulder. One more drive up before it drives down. But this is like the next leg that we're looking for, whether it happens here, whether it happens here, whether it happens here, it doesn't really matter to me. I just know within the next 3 months, we're going to see this leg drive down. And that's where we're going to look for some of the biggest gains to be created inside cryptocurrency markets. And I think it's more going to point to altcoins. Let me see if I've got that altcoin season index, and pop that up. Yeah, like we're right on the cusp here. You know, we're about to break out. I think this is the retest before it really sends. So yeah, looking at altcoins on this next big leg up. Of course, we could always see BTC, because the dominance is still pretty high, maybe make one more drive up to this area before it really breaks down. Tough to say. But yeah, I think BTC dominance, we look for that to move down as well for that alt season to really kick off. But yeah, guys, I'm not going to stay on for too much longer. I just want to do a quick stream. Obviously talk about this Trump coin because this is crazy. You know, I did ape a little bag because I figured why not. If it's, you know, when I aped, it was because I was busy at work. I did not have any recollection of this launching. Like, I was busy at work. I had no idea what was happening. I started to drive home from work And I just listen to podcasts usually, and I listen to download ones because I sometimes lose a little bit of self-service where I'm living. So that's the thing here, is I didn't actually know about this until maybe about here. Yeah, because I think I hopped into a voice chat and I was like, that's kind of crazy. Trump coin, it's kind of crazy. And then by the time, like, it was, you know, within this vicinity, I got home and I entered, you know, between the 5 and 8 billion sort of range. And then I was like, you know what, this is probably something I should hop on and tell everybody about, in case we're still potentially early. You know, maybe this could go to 100 mil. Maybe this could just go straight up to 100 mil. Or sorry, 100 bill. Right? Because that would only really be, like, you think about it, that's really only like $3 billion in liquidity at this liquidity ratio. So, like, you know, if people are really bullish on Trump, I think there's $3 billion in liquidity kind of just hovering around or willing to jump in on something like this. Who knows, guys? Who knows? Either ways, whether it goes to 100 bill or goes to minus 50 bill, who fucking knows? I really just want to say that this is, like, at this point, even if it is real, you got to be careful with entering something like this when it's already at a 9.3 billion evaluation. You don't want to enter too much into here. Yeah, I mean, just put whatever you're willing to lose, really. And definitely, like, you want some more long-term plays, look at stuff like Citadail, like the Citadail HF. You know, hop into these because these are long-term plays, and this is low market cap, right? Like, the liquidity in there is not that much. You really don't need a lot of money to move this price up. We saw this move up from 2 mil to 10 mil within a matter of hours. And same thing with Citadail. We saw this move up, you know, back here. We saw it cruise from 15 mil to 54 mil within a matter of hours. So this can definitely happen again. It will definitely happen again. You know, I know there's a lot of FUD in the chat recently, and a lot of people having doubts on their bags, but you got to look at it like this. You got to see this for what it is, that eventually these trends break and they go the opposite way, just like we seen back down here, right? This trend broke, it went the opposite way. Now, that having been said, like, it might take some time, you know? Sometimes it takes some time. Sometimes here it took some time. This took some time, you know? I remember the bullishness in the chat when we went from here, when we went from down at, like, you know, 1.8 mil up to 8 mil. It 4x'd in, like, again, a matter of hours. Like, I think it was maybe, this is like a day, and it pumped up that much, and then it dumped back down, you know, like 50% or more, and stayed sideways for more than a few days, to which, you know, we saw this grand climb afterwards, right? So it was like multiple drives within what was like a week. So when this does get bullish, just like a lot of other AI charts, like I know Griffain, they're fighting a lot of the same battles, because there are people that don't know what they're holding, and it takes some time, you know, to hold through the pain. Look at that. They had to hold through this. Then they got up here, they had to hold through this. Then they got up here, they had to hold through this, and now they're like back into that, right? So it's like, you know, sometimes you just got to hold through some stuff. And look, this is the same thing we saw in Griffain. Right? These are, and it's because these are more speculative. And what happens is since there's so much speculation, the people that get involved in these types of charts, that's what they're doing. They're speculating, and there's a chance that they're not really convicted on their bags. But this is not like, Griffain is not a grift. This is like a really, really good project. This is like, this project's gonna make big things happen on the Solana ecosystem. And you know, like you look at this on a larger time scale, this is kind of like a blip in a sense, right? Like we can look at it on the weekly. It's really just getting started, right? Like this is like a, you know, multi-billion-dollar project, and it's really just on the cusp of its movements here. Like this looks like flat. It looks like nothing. And you know, I think just people thinking that this right here, that this, when this breaks out again, like, you know, you might have something go crazy like that and just follow this trend. Anyways, yeah, cop some of the good coins, watch out for the grift. You know, even if it is from Trump, you know, there's a level of grift to this, that, like, okay, it's not hawk toi grift, but it's like there's a lot of insiders, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of insiders. They've got like a lot of tokens they're holding. So that's really why this can move like this, is because, you know, we look at this and we see there's only 200 million circulating supply out of a billion. That's kind of crazy. That's all I'm saying. That's kind of crazy. So anyways, guys, that's Andy's Crypto Talk. I'm going to peace out for the night because I'm pretty tired here. And I just wanted to hop on and give you guys a little update on everything. Definitely hold tight on the main cryptos for sure, because like we're about, I think that's what this signifies, is that we're about to go to Valhalla on all of our coins. You know, Solana looking really, really nice. Yeah, pump it, Loom Dart. That's when I